Hi. Well, it's Sunday, and this is Live with Lynn. I'm Lynn Donovan, and as you see, we're coming a little later than 3 o'clock. Had some technical difficulties, still trying to figure out the YouTube live stream, so please forgive me. We're a little bit late. I will post a link to this, so if anybody missed it, I don't even know why I'm telling you that, because you're not going to see that, I don't know, I'm just not thinking right, because I messed up the whole first thing, so just forgive me. Let's start over. Hi, I'm Lynn Donovan, and this is Live with Lynn, and it's Sunday, and it's 3 o'clock. Normally I tell you about stuff that's going on with me, and I'm going to do that. Don't think, we're not going to hear what's going on with Lynn. Yeah, my chickens are fine. Don't worry about them. But I'm going to share with you. Today is Sharing is Caring, and I'm going to share with you information about my co-authors because they're just awesome. And my series would be my series without them in it. So I want to share with you their information. But first, of course, I have to talk about me, because there's two things going on that are just so awesome. So the first one is something that we've all been waiting for, and that is that Secret Voices is live. It's live right now on Amazon.com as an audiobook. Now let me show you the screen. I won't be able to talk when I bring the screen up, so expect a teeny bit of silence, but that's the audio screen for Amazon. Now I'll post you a link, don't worry. The book is like $17.45, I don't know, something like that, but it's also free if you join their audio trial. Now, what I'm hoping is that, number one, you'll get the audio and take it with you on the road when you go on vacation and listen to it. It's about a 2-hour read. And the gal that did this, that produced this, her name's Michelle Williams, and she's just amazing. Her voice is perfect for the main character, which is, is Keisha. And she did such a good job. But anyway, I'm hoping you'll get it and you'll take it with you on the road for your vacation, like I said, and that you'll really enjoy it. And I really hope that you'll post a review on the audiobook and let me know, did you enjoy her reading it? Because I think she did an excellent job, and I hope you will too. And that's something we've been waiting on. Thorns of Betrayal, which is part of this Spirit of Destiny series, is under production, and the lady that's doing that is Stevie Puckett, and she got a little behind in production, no big deal, but she's going to have that ready within this next week, and then I'll listen to it and get it approved and get it on Amazon, and so maybe in a week or two you'll be able to get Thorns of Betrayal as well. Now, on the Wishing Well Curse from that series, as you know, that's the very first one. The guy that I want to have read that was really swamped with work, but his voice was so perfect for the character Zeke that I was willing to wait. And so this month, next month, somewhere in there, he's going to start production. So it'll probably be this fall before Wishing Well audio is going to be available on Amazon. But trust me, it's worth waiting for him because he's just so good. So that's the news about the audio. Also, I wanted to show you, remember I told you that Clone Chaos and Java Break was in paperback, and I had received the proof copy of the paperback. And I also told you that I was so swamped with all the writing that I need to do for the series that I didn't have time to proofread the paperback. So my dear friend, my grammar guru, Cindy Rule, agreed, bless her heart, really, God love her, she agreed to take both of the paperbacks and to proofread them for me. So I gave it to her, and she has finished Java Break. Here it is. And you see all my little tabs, so that's what I got my work out to do for me. I've got to make all these corrections in the main document that goes into the paperback. Now, I told you, when you transfer a file, from your computer to the program that lets them print it in the paperback, things change. It's so strange. Formats get weird, and words get weird. They get bunched together. Some words just drop out. I don't know what happens, but you've really got to go through and read the thing. And see my pillow moving around? That's my dog. Little Deli, she's making a nest for her over there. Silly. Anyway, Java break. Now all I have to do is go back into the document, make those changes, and send it back into Amazon. So it's going to be available on paperback within a week. She's still working on Clone Chaos because it's a bigger book. You know, it's 3 times as big as that one. And she's promised to have that by next Sunday. And I'm so excited. And then I'll go through it and I'll make the changes and get that in. So you'll be able to have Clone Chaos in paperback as well very soon. So if you got Fertility Pirates as a paperback, you're going to be able to have Clone Chaos as paperback too. And if you're like me, I like a full set in my library. So that's the news about me. Now, I want to share with you my co-authors. So I've talked to you about how I'm involved with 2 series, Java Cupid series and Phantom Horse Bridge series. And there's a little bit of overlap. I've got 3 authors on the Java Cupid and 2 authors besides myself in Phantom Horse Bridge. So I'm going to do this in alphabetical order. So the first person that I'm going to introduce you to is Parker J. Cole. So let me bring up her Amazon page. And again, when I talk, you won't be able to hear me. So let me just bring her page up and then I'll come back and I'll tell you about Parker. And again, I will post that link at the end in the comments. So you can go to Amazon and you can see the books that Parker has written. She is an amazing woman. I just love her. She's such a hoot. Let me tell you about Parker. Parker J. Cole is an author, speaker, and radio host with an obsession with the Lord, Star Trek, K-dramas, anime, romance books, old movies, speculative fiction, and knitting. And on and off Mountain Dew and Marshmallows addict. She writes to fill the void the sugar left behind. You see, she's such a hoot. I love her. Parker is awesome. You can learn more about Parker at her website, which is www.parkerjcole.com. And that's PARKERJCOLE.com. Now, she also has a radio blog, and it's every Tuesday night, but she does some other things too. So sign up for her radio blog, and then you'll get information about it too. It is at therightstuffradio.wordpress.com. Now, that is right as in writing, WRITE. So it's therightstuffradio.com. I will post that as well. You don't have to memorize it from me speaking, but I will post all of that. I'll also post her Amazon connection. So now, she and I are working on Java Cupid, and there's at least 2 books that she's going to be putting on there. They come a little bit later in the series season, but there's 2, and then there may be 3 because there's been a little bit of a, you know, the muse kind of picks on your brain, and so she may have a 3rd book, but I'm not committing her to anything. I know for sure she's got 2 that are going to be in the Java Cupid. But you want to check her out on Amazon because she's got a lot of really good books, and it's very thought-provoking books, and they're really, really good. So you're going to enjoy, you're going to appreciate the fact that you've added her to your library, I promise you. So in alphabetical order, as I said, our next person on my list, if I can find my cursor, sorry, you know, you're working with computers here. The next person is Sophie Dawson. Now, Sophie Dawson and I, gosh, we've known each other quite a while. She was writing in historical romance, mail order bride, that kind of thing. And then she kind of branched out to contemporary romance, and she's kind of teetering back and forth between the mail order brides and these. So she's got some amazing series in both genres. Her creative mind is it just blows me away. I mean, how anybody could take a love story and have love manifested from an infestation. Only Sophie Dawson can do that. And she's got a series called the Infestation series. So you've got to check it out. It's on Amazon. Let me show you her Amazon page. And again, I will post the link to that. So that's Sophie Dawson, and she is amazing. So let me tell you about Sophie. Sophie Dawson has been making up stories in her head ever since she was a child. She lives with her husband on the family farm in Illinois. 2 grown sons, a daughter-in-law, and granddaughter round out her immediate family. Sophie does all kinds of needlework and was a professional machine quilter in the past. She loves to travel, read, garden, and now write. In her book, Sophie shares the wisdom God has taught her in stories of faithful living. Her hope is to demonstrate how acting and reacting in the way the Bible teaches can bring a positive impact on her readers. You can learn more about Sophie at www.sophie-dawson.com. Now that's Sophie-Dawson, DAWSON.com. Now, I will post that again at the end. When the Live with Lynn is over, I'll post that in the comments so you don't have to memorize it from what I say. That'll make it much easier, won't it? Now, the next person that I want to introduce you to, she is my co-author in Phantom Horse Bridge. She's got 3 stories. I do believe I've got that right. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. 3 stories. She's got 3 stories in the, I have to think these things through. Phantom Horse Bridge, and she's awesome. She's working on some other stuff too, and I'll tell you about that right now. Okay. Writing has been Robin's passion since she was in high school, and she attended the Full Sail University. This Pennsylvania girl is an avid Pittsburgh Steelers fan. She enjoys singing and performing in theatrical endeavors when she's not writing. Currently, she's working on 2 series, and actually 3, because one of them's Phantom Horse. The Chance City series and the Paha Sapa saga. She has other projects coming this year, one of them being Phantom Horse Bridge. And she will always keep you up to date, so you'll want to be sure and sign up for her newsletter, which I'll give you the link to in a minute. Her stories are spicy but not overly graphic. You can find the tamer versions of her books under the pen name Ruby Lynn here on Amazon.com /author/Ruby Lynn, RUBYLYNN, all one word. She also explains that she writes a little bit differently. Her POVs are a little different. That's point of view. She is a former scriptwriter, and she writes her books like they're a TV episode. You'll see each character's thoughts and reactions to whatever is happening all on the same page. Each book can be read as a standalone, but it's best to read them in order since she has an ensemble cast with characters from earlier books appearing in each of her books. You can sign up for her email alerts and her news release at www.robindeeter.com. Now that's ROBINDEETER.com. I will post the link in the comments. And again, I'll post her Amazon page as well. So you can check out her books. She's got a lot of books, so you're going to enjoy, really, really enjoy it. She does a lot of Native American stories. I believe her style is Western romance, is what she calls it, and it's really good. I've read several of her books, and I really enjoyed them, and I know you will too. You're going to want to put her on your to-be-read list. Okay, last but not least, when I first started writing, my very first book was The Wishing Well Curse, and the lady that was producing that for me used a list of beta readers that she had, and one of the beta readers for that story became a very good friend of mine, and we have just connected and have stayed friends all this time. He's a spiritual leader, he's a spiritual friend, he's a prayer warrior, he is an emotional, he balances me. He's there when I need him, when I'm upset, when I'm happy. He celebrates, he cries with me. I mean, you know, he's just a really, really dear friend of mine. And his name is George McVeigh. I know you've heard me talk about him a zillion times. Very good friend. Let me show you his Amazon page. He's got a slew of books. They can't even all be shown in one screen. I hope you noticed the Batman picture at the bottom of that. I think he did that for one of his grandsons. He's such a cool guy. Let me tell you about George McVeigh. George McVeigh always wanted to be a superhero. Sadly, no radioactive storms or animals have been a part of his life. One day, while spinning a tall tale for his family, some suggested once again that with all his experiences in ministry and his imagination, he should be writing books. This time it was like lightning struck him, and he decided, why not? Since then, George has been working, hard at work, using his creative imagination and writing several books. And man, when I say several books, go to Amazon and see how many books this man's published. It's amazing. He's still adding to his bibliography to this day. You can find them all on Amazon.com page, which I just showed you, and I'll share the link at the end of the Live with Lynn. George lives in the wonderful state of Almost Heaven, West Virginia. Can you hear the song? Yeah, me too. A few years ago, he moved from a single-family home to a deluxe apartment in the sky. I hear that song too, don't you? Well, the 4th floor anyway. He lives with his wife of 30 years. That's a lot to be said for that. And a service dog named Daisy May. Daisy May's the cutest thing you ever saw. I don't know what kind of breed she is, but she's just darling. Of course, you know me, I love dogs. Anyway, not about me. Sorry about that. He is visited often by his 3 children and 2 grandchildren. Grandsons, actually. If you ever come to visit him, you will probably find him sitting in his lazy boy recliner or at his desk in the corner office, or working on several writing projects. If he's, whoa, what happened? Somebody had a dream here. What? There's nothing going on. No. Sorry about that. Puppies. You will find him at his desk in the corner office working on some writing project. If not teaching a book, then a novel. If he isn't working on a novel either, then he will be working on a short story or a blog post. If he isn't doing either of those, then he's either asleep or eating. His other 2 favorite pastimes. He's so funny. I know he would like for everyone to think he's a crotchety old mountain man, but I know the real George, and he has got a heart of gold. You can learn more about George at just the email. The website address is georgemcvey.weebly.com, and that's George McVeigh, McVey, all one word, .weebly, which is WEEBLY.com. That's where you can learn more about him. I will post that. I will post his Amazon connection, and you guys, I really encourage you to go over there and check these authors out because they have some amazing books. I know you're going to want them on your to-be-read list. You're going to want them in your library, and I can't say enough about them. They're amazing people, and they're very good friends of mine, and they wouldn't be on my, we wouldn't be working together on a series if they weren't really good people and good friends. So I just wanted to share that with you today because that's what I do. This is Live with Lynn. Have a wonderful Sunday. Stay out of the heat because it's hotter than the dickens. Drink lots of water, but have tons of fun. Guys, have a great day.